Hey everyone, I wanted to tell you about a new lens adapter I'm using with my Canon 7D. This is the Fotodiox FD to EOS adapter. What this adapter lets me do is use the old FD lenses from the old Canon AE1 film camera onto my new DSLR. Now the lens adapter itself is actually a pretty simple device. It's just a little ring that attaches to your camera on the back. This is the part that mounts to the Canon mount on the EOS cameras, and then on the front this is where it allows you to mount the FD lenses onto the front. Now this lens adapter is actually really easy to use. To mount the lenses onto this, you have to first turn this dial to the install position, just like that. Next, I'll take one of the FD lenses, and this just happens to be a 28mm f2.8. Take the lens cap off. And mounting the ring to the lens is easy. It's just like mounting it to your camera. You see the red dots, just line those up and twist it on. Once you have the lens adapter onto the FD lens, mounting this lens onto the DSLR is just like any other EOS lens now. So again, lining up the red dots, just basically just slip that in there and turn. And now you're using these old FD film lenses on a current DSLR camera. One of the cool things about this lens is that the adapter can actually adjust the aperture, because with these manual lenses you can't use the digital controls on your camera, the little knobs and stuff. So what the Fotodiox manual recommends is that if you want to use the actual adapter ring to adjust the iris or the aperture, this needs to be set on anything other than the auto setting. So we'll just set it on here. Once you've set it to anything other than auto, now you can use the adapter ring itself to adjust the aperture setting by turning this innermost ring right here, and it will open and close the aperture. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'll show you. As I turn the ring, you can see it open up and close. But if you want to have the option of using the actual aperture ring on the lens itself instead of using the adapter ring to control the aperture, you can also still have that type of control. You can do that simply by turning this knob to this setting right there, pointing to this first dot. And now you can use the lens's aperture ring to control the aperture setting. And here you can see the aperture opening and closing as I turn the ring on the lens itself. Now, because these are manual lenses, you'll see that when I turn on the camera, the aperture setting displays 0, because there's nothing that tells it what the aperture setting is at on the camera, because these are full manual. So no matter how much I turn the setting on the lens, that number will never change. And just so you know how much money you can save by using these old FD lenses, I got all three of the lenses you see on the shot here for $100. So the three lenses I got for $100 is this first one, the 28mm that I showed you before. This is a 28mm f2.8. The next lens I got is a 50mm f1.8. And the third lens I got is this 50 millimeter macro. It's an f3.5. Now you can see on this lens, because they're used lenses, there's a bit of wear and tear on these, but they function just fine. And it's a huge savings if you're looking for lenses for your camera. I hope you enjoyed this quick little tip. For more information, please go to therenderq.com and you'll see a bunch of other tips for DSLR cameras.